Let's begin with the Union Budget 2026-27, which marks a pivotal shift in India's economic policy. This year, the government is prioritizing manufacturing in 7 strategic sectors, including biopharma, semiconductors, and textiles. Notably, Rupee 10,000 crore has been allocated for biologics and biosimilars, signaling India's ambition to become a global pharmaceutical hub. Budget also introduces a new fiscal framework, moving from deficit targeting to debt-GDP ratio, aiming for 50 plus or minus 1% by 2031. This approach offers more flexibility while ensuring macroeconomic stability. On the environmental front, innovative measures like developing turtle trails along Olive Ridley nesting sites show a commitment to integrating conservation with coastal development. These initiatives reflect a blend of economic growth, fiscal prudence, and environmental stewardship. Moving on, the defense budget for FY 2026-27 reinforces the Atmanirbhar initiative by reserving 75% of acquisitions for domestic players, boosting self-reliance and indigenous manufacturing. In technology, the Sabha initiative stands out, with over 1.11 lakh gram panchayats adopting AI-enabled tools for meeting summaries, supporting 13 languages and enhancing grassroots governance. On the social front, a national debate on banning social media for minors has emerged after a tragic incident, highlighting concerns about digital addiction and child safety. The economic survey points out that 90% of Indian teenagers are active on social media, raising urgent questions about regulation and mental health. Additionally, the Namaste scheme's data reveals the vulnerability of waste pickers, emphasizing the intersection of caste, class, and occupation in India's informal economy. Internationally, the India-US trade deal 2026 marks a milestone, reducing tariffs and boosting bilateral trade while protecting key sectors. Environmentally, India added 2 new Ramsar sites, bringing the total to 98, the highest in South Asia, and achieving a 276% expansion in wetland conservation since 2014. TRECAPES 2026 Congress highlighted the importance of nature-based solutions for climate resilience, though global investment gaps remain. In disaster management, the 16th Finance Commission's recommendation to classify heatwaves and lightning as national disasters is significant, especially as lightning now accounts for 35% of disaster fatalities. These developments underscore the interconnectedness of international relations, environmental stewardship, and disaster preparedness in India's policy landscape. On the security front, Operation Kia in Jammu and Kashmir demonstrated India's vigilance against cross-border terrorism, while a spike in missing persons in Delhi has raised concerns about urban safety and law enforcement. In science and technology, India successfully test-fired the Agni-3 IRBM, reaffirming its strategic deterrence capabilities. Economic Survey highlights India's rise in the global space sector, with nearly 400 foreign satellites launched between 2015 and 2024, positioning the country as a cost-effective launch provider. Economically, Yantra India Limited's Minoratna status grants it greater autonomy, and India's engagement with the International Organization for Migration reflects its growing role in global humanitarian efforts. Together, these developments illustrate India's multifaceted progress in security, science, and economic transformation. Wrap up the February 2026 current affairs highlight the importance of interlinkages across topics for UPSC preparation. Climate change connects disaster management, environment, and fiscal policy. Governance reforms such as Finance Commission recommendations and Gram Panchayat digitization are crucial for understanding constitutional dimensions. International relations, especially the India-US trade deal, have direct implications for domestic manufacturing. Social issues like digital addiction and the caste occupation nexus demand attention for their policy impact. Environmental achievements, such as the expansion of Ramsar sites, showcase India's commitment to global conventions. Strategic and security developments, from defense indigenization to missile tests, reflect a holistic approach to national progress. These insights provide a comprehensive foundation for effective UPSC exam preparation.